Hey guys, Harris here from C4ETech along with my co-host.
Hey guys, Ash here from C4ETech along with my co-host Sundar, and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers. We apologize for the heavily Apple-themed episode from last week.
What?
So, Ash Answers is a show where we answer your questions that you tweet out to us with the hashtag Ash Answers. So without further ado, let's get back to doing unbiased things and not being extremely Apple-friendly. Question number one.
What is the future of compact Android flagship smartphones less than 5 inches? There is no future.
There is no future. Sony's the only one who's doing it, and even they aren't really doing well, so I don't see... I would love to see it, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, maybe compact phones with bezel-less displays.
Yeah, but
That's
it would
possible.
still be over
Right.
5 inches,
Yeah, it will
but
be over
hopefully
5
in a
inches.
form factor similar to that.
Yeah. Is the new logo making to YouTube? Are you revamping the channel art? Changing trailer?
Nope, it's like one step at a time. Like one fine day I wake up and I'm like, okay, let me redo that logo. So if another fine day I wake up and want to redo the channel art, jokes apart, guys, it just takes a lot of time. It's one of those things that you keep putting off. So I would love to change the intro on the channel trailer, but I need to find time. So it will happen. All in good time is the best answer I can give you at this time. Well, we don't have an update on it right now, but we promise to keep you guys updated.
Will you buy Nokia 5?
Well, by the time you're seeing this, you've already seen the Nokia 3 unboxing. So the Nokia 3 has been unboxed, the Nokia 6 has been unboxed, and do you really think I'm going to leave you guys hanging? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
After the Geo free offers end, what's the ideal monthly pack for you? Like at least this much data in this much amount.
I'd probably keep doing the 1 gig thing on Geo.
1 gig.
1 gig a day. 1 gig a day, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd probably use the 143 pack.
Okay.
149 pack.
How much is that?
Yeah, 149.
How much is that? As in, like, how many
rupees,
gigs do you get?
2 gigs a month.
2 gigs a month.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
For Prime members. For non-Prime members, it's a gig a month.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 gigs enough for me, I guess. Is Moto G5 Plus having
So
the
here's the
best
fun part, right? We actually got Harris, to stop working because we didn't want the clickety clack of a keyboard or a click of a mouse. But then he chooses to sit in a chair that makes a bucket load of noise, and that's the creaking you guys have been hearing. So, well, hashtag
Can you move to
noisy
another chair,
Harris. See, he still doesn't move from it after the interrupt in the video. So anyway, coming back.
Is the Moto G5 Plus having the best camera below 20k? Also, is Nokia 6's camera anywhere near Motos?
I don't think so. As in, to the second part of the question,
Yeah, we compared the Nokia 6's camera with the
G4
that of the
Plus.
Moto G4 Plus.
Yeah, and the G4 Plus did do much better under low light, and the G5 Plus improves on the low light performance of the G4 Plus. So I highly doubt that the Nokia 6's camera would be anywhere close. It is a competent camera, but the G5 Plus,
just outperforms.
yep, best in the segment for camera.
i3 7th Gen and GTX 1050 for casual video editing and some gaming.
See, the GPU doesn't make a lot of difference with regards to video editing. It's gonna be more CPU intensive. So if I were you, I mean, if you still want mild gaming, then yeah, it's a decent config, but don't expect, expect there to be slowdowns with editing. What I would suggest is probably creating proxies if you're doing 1080 60 FPS or 4K. Create proxies and work from them. That's gonna be the only way to do it.
Is there a major improvement in the camera department from the Redmi Note 3 to Redmi Note 4?
The Redmi Note 4 does have the better camera, but it's still not anywhere near comparable with phones with good cameras. So we're talking the Honor 6X, the Cool One, the G4 Plus, the G5 Plus. It doesn't come close. So the camera was the weak link. It is still the weak link. It is just a little bit better, is all.
Will it get better with the Redmi Note 5? I hope so.
So Redmi Note 5, our sources tell us that it's gonna have a 18:9 or 18.5:9 aspect ratio. So this is something you probably wouldn't have read anywhere till now, and if it turns out being true, you heard it first here on Ashran servers.
Ash leaks. I've heard that if we use black wallpaper that saves battery. Is it true? With AMOLED displays maybe?
Theoretically yes, but realistically no. AMOLED, yes, with the black wallpaper on an AMOLED phone, it is supposed to save battery, but you know, when you're using your phone, you're not always on your home screen, you're probably doing something else, so the wallpaper doesn't matter. And let's say about if you get a screen on time of say 4 hours, of it, what, 45 minutes at max is what it's gonna be on your home screen. And when you look at an AMOLED display's battery drain, it's like what, 500 mAh or 600 mAh at best for 4 hours screen on time. So then that comes down to like what, when you proportionally cut it down, your wallpaper on screen on time comes down to about 100 mAh.
Yeah, so even 45 minutes is a lot of time.
Yeah, actually. So even if it's 100 mAh, having a colored wallpaper and a black wallpaper would probably shave you somewhere like 50 mAh at best. I mean, this is like, I'm grossly exaggerating the gains, but even then on a phone with a 3000 mAh battery, what difference do you expect to see with 50 mAh? It's quite negligible. So turning off something like an always on display would make a lot more sense if you want to improve battery life.
Fun fact, iPhones used to come with a black wallpaper, but not an AMOLED display. Which smart TV do you use?
I don't use smart TVs. I don't like smart TVs. I don't believe in smart TVs. I don't want to pay a single buck more for a smart TV.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to pay more.
If there's a choice, I'd always pick a dumb TV over a smart TV.
Exactly.
Guys, this is what it is, right? So every so-called smart TV, it's just something the worst chips they could use. They just throw it on top, and it gets all unusable very soon. So whereas you look at something different like a Mi Box or a NVIDIA Shield, these things, it's like your TV is your TV, and when the hardware changes, you can always upgrade this by itself. And I don't know, I mean, I think Xiaomi did this. I remember some TV brand doing it, wherein they were selling a TV with replaceable hardware.
Internals. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that isn't mainstream yet. If a smart TV is the only option that's available, then yeah, pick it. But I wouldn't pay a single penny more for a smart TV. Buy a Chromecast, cast everything from your phone and be done with it. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. If you don't have a smart box. Are you saying?
Yeah, nothing. I've got a Voo TV, 4K HDR, 75 inches. That's a smart TV, but
he just wanted to say he has that TV.
Nah, like he said, I wouldn't choose to go with a smart TV if there was an option to get on a regular one. So, yeah.
Yeah, the biggest marketing.
And
gimmicks.
with the smart TV I have, I still am looking to buy the Mi Box 3.
Okay. So yeah, the biggest marketing gimmicks: smart TV, 3D on TV.
3D is not a gimmick.
I mean, I don't know anybody who's bought a 3D TV and used it extensively. Okay.
But gimmick is something.
As in, see, like you walk into a store. Okay, I've seen it happen so many times at the LG store. My friend owns an LG store. People come in, at that point there were options. Okay, with 3D it's like 10 grand, 10, 15 grand more, and without 3D it's like a little less, and it's always like you can buy it with 3D, you can buy it with 3D, and they keep pushing it. Okay, I bought it. My TV has 3D functionality, and we used it for what? The first week we watched some videos and stuff, then that was it. And yesterday I was talking to your family, and then that's the same thing they said. You guys used the Samsung the 3D TV, the 3D functionality for the first few weeks, and then that's it. Most people who own a 3D TV, that's the same story here. If you own a 3D TV
and watch 3D regularly,
yes,
let us know in the comments below.
Get help professionally. Okay, I'm just messing with you. This, no offense intended. Let us know in the comments below. I would really love to know, because I'm yet to meet somebody who's actually extensively watched 3D content. I mean, it's just very annoying for me to wear those glasses, and it feels very uncomfortable. Especially sitting through a movie is fine if you're doing it very occasionally. Yeah. And here's the fun thing, right? You want to do 3D not by yourself. It's no fun with people around, and there's always limited number of glasses. So you can't do it when you're having like a house party or something. You've got to do it when it's just 3 or 4 people. Anyway, my rant apart. Let's move on to the next question.
What are your thoughts on Motorola launching too many phones?
It's Lenovo, guys. It's Lenovo. What do you expect? You know, it was all good when Google was handling it. It was like you had the Moto X, which was their flagship, and then you had the Moto Gs, which were like, you know, the budget phones for mature markets and emerging markets like India. They gave an additional one, the Moto E. And the Moto G was never very price efficient, right? So you always had Redmis with similar specs at close to half the price. But the stock Android experience was great, and you know, you remember long ago, once upon a time, you used to get security patches and prompt updates from Motorola. At that point, it all made sense. And now Lenovo is just trying to cram out as many lines as possible. So now we have the Z, and then we have a Play line with the Z. With the G, there's a Play line. Then there's a Plus.
C+.
And now there's a C Plus, a
G5S.
G5S is rumored to be coming. The Z was supposed to replace the X, and now they're thinking of bringing the X back because they kind of painted themselves into a corner with the Z.
X
and
doesn't
the mods
look like the flagship anymore.
Okay, and the X doesn't look like a flagship anymore, and then there'll be the X Play and probably a XS, and that's what it is, an XS of phones. My pun game is strong today.
Which version of Windows are you using on your PC?
Windows 10.
Windows 10.
Windows 10S. Just kidding. I don't know why you would.
How good is Snapdragon 430 chipset when compared to Snapdragon 625?
It's an amazing chip. It's the best chip in the world. It's built on the 2nm. Okay. Again, messing with you. 430 is a competent chip. It can handle most day-to-day tasks well. Today, almost any chip, I mean, barring some crappy MediaTek ones. Not all MediaTek ones are crappy, but some low-end ones are. And then you've got your Spreadtrums and your all winners and all that. You forget all that. You look at the major ones, your Qualcomms and your Exynos and your high silicon, and even to an extent, even MediaTek. It's quite mature these days, but most of them can handle day-to-day tasks just fine. It all boils down to when you do something intensive like shooting videos, rendering stuff which you're not going to be doing mostly, gaming, shooting not 4K. See, 430 doesn't have support for 4K. So even 1080p extensive shooting, that's when you start seeing frame skipping and stuff with the CPU getting really, you know, worked up, hot, facing throttling. But for all intents and purposes, for regular day-to-day usage, the 430 is a good chip, but not as good as the 625. 625 is like an abomination. It is like one of the best chips that Qualcomm has ever built. I like it. I actually like it at times more than the 835. Just for the fact that, you know, the battery life you get, it's on the 625 you find on mid-range devices where brands aren't competing for marketing. So brands aren't going like, we've got the slimmest, we made a 7mm phone, 6mm now. Okay, so they aren't doing stupid things like that. So someone like Xiaomi is willing to cram in a 4000 mAh battery. Someone like Lenovo who cut down that 1mm on that phone. Again, that's a 625 phone, by the way, the Z2 Play. But on a lower end phone, on their own Lenovo series, the P2, they're willing to cram in a 5000 mAh battery. So the 625 is, you know, with battery, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. You know, it's just amazing. So me personally, 430 and 625 at the same price, I'd go 625 any freaking day.
Yeah, that's the answer to the next question. Can Nokia 6 be a competitor to Moto G5 Plus?
Oh my god, there's going to be so many Nokia fans who are going to hate me. But I haven't used the Indian variant of the Nokia 6. One advantage that the Nokia 6 has, actually two advantages. One is it's supposed to be built like a tank. I haven't dropped it, I haven't done drop tests, but from what I see, what I've read, it's supposed to be built like a freaking tank. So that is advantage one. Second, Nokia, that is HMD Global right now, they are promising consistent security updates and consistent updates to the software. So whereas with Lenovo, it's one and done right now. It doesn't matter what you buy. Hey, we gave it an update. And most of the times the updates turn out to be crappy, at least from what we are reading in the comments and stuff. So those are two areas where I would feel, again, what HMD Global has promised, those are just promises. You can't take them to the bank. They don't have a track record right now. So you can't really blindly buy into them because, again, OnePlus is a brand who we talk highly in terms of updates, but here they go, OnePlus 2, after promising a nougat update, they turn around and say, what do we do? Okay, so That way, we don't know how HMD Global is going to do, but at least they're coming out promising it. Let's see how they turn out to be. So those are the two pros that I can think of for the Nokia 6 as of today.
There are way more for the G5 Plus, right?
Yeah, the camera, again, close to stock Android experience. It's quite sleek. It's got the 625 chip, which for all the reasons I just mentioned is one brilliant piece of hardware developed by Qualcomm.
Mi 5 at 13 to 14K, worth buying?
Hell yes.
Hell yes. But
if it's a used unit and you're buying it second hand, then hell no.
Think twice.
No, if it's in excellent condition, if it's pristine, then yeah, 13K would be a great deal.
Great deal. Best camera at this pricing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'd also like to know where is it sold for 13 to 14K.
He's probably buying it from somebody.
Yeah, okay. In this first half of 2017, what's your thoughts on phones launched till date? And what are your expectations from the next 6 months?
The first part of your question is an 8-minute video by itself. And the second part of your question is another 5-minute video by itself. But you know what? He picked questions. So, I'm sorry guys, I got a cold. I don't know. I think it's dust. I don't know what. So, it's kind of acting up. My apologies, can't do much about it. Same goes for the kids screaming outside. First half of 2017, what do I like? What do I like? What do I like? What do I like? S8!
S8, exactly.
S8. S8. I like the S8. And OnePlus 5 should be coming out soon, so, but then that would theoretically come under the first half, right? 6th month.
Yeah.
I think I will like that. And the Redmi Note 4 came this year, or I don't even know Xiaomi's schedule anymore. Xiaomi has kind of not lived up to viewers' expectations this year. HTC, Sony, LG. Sorry, fanboys.
HTC, Sony, LG. LG was received well by the critics.
LG G6 was, G6. I mean, for me, I've not covered it, so I don't know. I'm not saying the products were bad. I just haven't covered them.
Okay.
So yeah, probably they say it as the one that I've covered.
The next 6 months,
waiting for the iPhone 8 because that's going to be brilliant, amazing, and he wants one more week where I'm not on Ash Answers. He wants the week after the iPhone launch to be him and Harris, so he can bully Harris into being a more Apple-sensitive channel. Apple phones matter.
Is the OnePlus 3T a
yes.
right now that it's a generation old?
Hell yes.
Okay.
But I mean, not at the current prices.
Yeah, exactly.
So if the OnePlus 5, let's say, comes in at 32, 35, 32, 33, something like that, then buying a OnePlus 3T at 29,999 is ridiculous. Yeah. But if they do drop the price by like 5 grand or something, if it goes down to 25, 23, then hell yes, you can definitely buy it. I mean, the A21 is still gonna give you a similar kind of performance to the A35.
OnePlus doesn't do that often, right?
Drop their prices, they don't.
After but then next generation phone comes
out. But even the OnePlus 2, the price did drop.
Drop by
more than 1 rupee.
Please suggest a phone under 20k. Camera and battery highest priorities. Was thinking about Honor 6X since last 3 Ash Answers, no reply. Yeah, Honor 6X is decent, but you have other options as well. The G5 Plus.
The G5 Plus is one.
The battery is not as good as.
Yeah, so the P2. If video recording isn't very important to you because the P2 sucks, it's got a lot of focus hunting issues, and if cameras you're willing to sacrifice a bit, it's still a competent camera. It's just not as good as the G5 Plus or the Honor 6X. Then the P2 battery life, it blows everything else away. Yeah. It's probably got the best battery life amongst any phones I've tested till date. So P2 would be my pick for battery life. Honor 6X, the battery life is good. Camera is also good, but battery life not as good as the P2. Camera is not as good as the G5 Plus.
It's got the best of both worlds, I would say.
Yeah, it would be a middle ground between both, the balance. And it's got a second camera, so it can get you some advantages over the G5 Plus. Yeah. Just not in low light though.
Maybe wait for the G5S Plus.
That's an endless wait, guys. Yeah. And of course they're gonna price it higher.
Your favorite food? I mean, it's still gonna be under 20k, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Does the Asphalt video mean that C4E games are back?
No.
Or maybe.
No.
Not right now.
No. Okay. Done doing that. See guys, as of now, in this space, we don't have space. Okay, right now, Shahrukh's gone. Shahrukh from C4ETech Tamil. And in case you've not checked out C4ETech Tamil, but you understand Tamil, there's a card to that. Yeah, we can.
Card for channels, okay.
Shahrukh's walked out for lunch because they're shooting Ash Answers. And Harris is sitting there just staring at us, like, you know, a stalker.
And making noises.
Sitting on a noisy chair. He just wished right now. So, you know, everything comes to a standstill when somebody is recording something. Okay, so it means our efficiency is way, way, way low when we're trying to find a new place to move. We're trying to finalize stuff, but the real estate guys aren't answering our calls right now. So that said, till we move to a new place, we can't really be taking on a lot of new things. We're just trying to, as of now, in the last 6 months, 6 months to a year, if not even a year, 6 to 8 months, if you've noticed, you know, and we've been sitting on phones sometimes, you know, a phone comes in, you know, you see me post about it on Instagram, the unboxing goes live 2 days later. And, you know, we just abandoned a bunch of reviews, right? Like we unboxed phones and we couldn't review them on time. So we're just starting fresh right now. And the only thing that we are aiming to do now that Sundar's on full time, the first thing we want to do is unbox phones on time and give you reviews on time. So within a week of unboxing a phone, not a week, within 10 days, let's say, we want to make sure that the review's out and the coverage is done. So that is priority number 1. And once we've done that, then we look at bringing back series or coming up with new series. And so let's take it one step at a time. First priority is the timelines. Second is going to be finding a place, as in once we move to a new place, and we've got one more person who should be coming on full time soon, and once that guy is in, we'd definitely be bringing back C4E games and C4E apps. Maybe not in the same form, but they will come back eventually. Kind of like how Sundar's hair would be cut off live by me eventually, because we need 3,000 retweets for something and it's at like 500 retweets. So in case you guys,
terms and conditions have
there were no expiry mentioned. Okay, check out the tweet in the description below, retweet it. We need 3,000 retweets, and then I can like literally shave them, do this live, at least if not on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook Live, whatever.
I mean, come in bald by that time. Maybe.
That's fine. You're never gonna cut that off. Let's make it happen, guys.
How's the apartment hunt going?
Look at the timing of the question.
Question picker.
Yes. So he knew the last question was gonna get the answer, and he still picked this. This is Sundar discriminates. So anyway, this is like just rewind back a few minutes and watch me say the same stuff over and over again, and that's the answer to this question.
Pixel or S8 for a user coming from iPhone? I'd say Pixel.
I'd say S8.
Why?
Because you said Pixel.
And you don't have to customize a lot when it comes to Pixel, or you don't have a lot of, you don't need a lot of getting used to when it comes to Pixel compared to S8. I mean, coming from
really.
an iPhone users generally are lazy. Who don't...
You can all bash him in the comments. Go like bang, 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 right? You just called a bunch of you guys lazy. See, I would say iPhone users, I wouldn't call them lazy. I would say iPhone users want things that just work. Okay, want hardware that just works. I mean, they don't want to tinker around a lot. And Samsung, you don't need, I mean, if you wanted to tinker around, you can, but it's not like you can just pick up the phone and start using it. Between the Pixel and the S8, given the price at which the Pixel XL is selling, I'd pick the S8 every single time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah.
The factor here is user coming from an iPhone, but in general, Pixel or S8, definitely the S8.
I mean, if I'm coming from
an iPhone.
if I'm coming from this city, should I jump in the well? If I'm coming from that city, should I jump in the well? The answer is always going to be no, you shouldn't jump in the well.
Okay,
doesn't matter where you're coming
from. Take some time. Okay, Pixel users.
Yeah. The three of you watching this video.
Which power bank should I prefer? 10,000 mAh Xiaomi Type-C power bank or 20k mAh Xiaomi micro USB for my Type-C phone? Type-C or Type-C or not doesn't matter. Because,
Type-C is the charging part, right? So, I mean, the only advantage you get from Type-C is that you can plug it into your phone's charger to charge. But that's pretty much it. It doesn't matter if it's...
The Type-C port is on the power bank.
Yeah.
So you can use a Type-C cable to charge the power bank.
Yeah. So that's what your phone's cable would work for it. That's the only advantage.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
unless and until I'm not familiar with the Type-C one.
Yeah, this.
Isn't it fast? Isn't that the fast charging one?
Yeah, exactly. The main difference is this one's slimmer, much slimmer.
Okay.
The compact one.
Okay.
With high density battery.
Okay.
So if you want something compact, then go for the 10K one.
Yeah, so it's all gonna boil down to what your preference is. So if you're expecting to carry it outside, then I'd probably go with the 10K. But if you are somebody like, me and my wife who are like lazy to
go find
called us lazy as well. Just look at it. He calls everybody lazy. I can call myself lazy. Okay, but just look at it. He just called you guys lazy and then call me lazy.
Not you guys.
And you guys know how long it takes for a VR video and who's calling who lazy now.
Basically what he's saying is you guys are all iPhone users. I just said iPhone users are lazy in general. I was lazy when I had an
You
iPhone.
are lazy. I think that's in the present tense, not past tense. Okay.
No, and
using a OnePlus 3T did not change anything. 9 months. So anyway, coming back, so for us, sometimes we just don't want to plug it in by the bed. We just plug it into the power bank and go to bed. So if you're going to use it that way just for inside the house and stuff, then the 20K mAh makes sense.
Yeah. Your thoughts about Nokia Android phones? Aren't they overpriced for the mediocre specs they offer?
See guys, depends on your definition of overpriced. Alright, these days, most people when they are looking at stuff online, they go by Xiaomi prices.
Yeah.
Okay, Xiaomi, see if let's say this is the correct price, Xiaomi is pretty underpriced. They are very competitive. So that doesn't mean everybody else is overpriced. Okay, I'm not defending the brand or anything. I pay for all my Nokia phones as well. So just saying that, no conspiracy here. It's just that the fault of a phone cannot be that it's not a Xiaomi, right? So,
and with Nokia, it's not a Moto either, right?
It's not a Moto either.
Nor a Huawei, nor a...
Yeah, so
cool
I'm getting to that. So with Nokia, again, there are certain things like if you ask a OnePlus, if you ask a Lenovo, the standard excuse is we are being too price competitive to provide great software support. Now Nokia, yes, it is priced higher than these brands, but if they can deliver on the software front, for everybody saying, they could have charged us more if they could provide the update.
Yeah.
This is gonna be they could have charged us more to provide us the updates brand. So that is where I'm thinking Nokia might actually deliver if they could provide the proper support. But if they don't, then hell yes, they're going to be extremely overpriced. HMD Global just trying to cash in on the Nokia nostalgia.
Apple iPhone SE over Apple iPhone 6s. Is that a right decision? My priorities are good performance and durability.
No.
No, yeah. Why
No.
not? Unless you want a really compact phone.
Yeah.
Which you didn't mention over here.
Yeah.
Good performance and durability, 6s should do.
Yeah.
Why didn't Samsung go for their Exynos chip instead of MediaTek on their J7 Max?
Guys,
No idea.
hashtag Samsung logic. It defies everything. You could never. Why did Samsung go with 4GB of RAM on the J7 Max and 3GB of RAM on the J7 Pro that's priced higher?
Why did Samsung even launch the AA 2016?
Which we've not been able to sell for ages. Okay, why did Samsung go with a 5.7 inch display on the lower priced phone, the J7 Max, with a 3300 mAh battery, and the higher priced phone, a 5.5 inch display with a 3600 mAh battery? Why again is the one with 4GB RAM coming with 32GB storage and the one with 3GB RAM coming with 64GB storage? So this is called Samsung logic. Thinking about it, going down that rabbit hole has driven people to the point of insanity. So do not try to think where they are coming from. You would fail miserably. I would fail miserably. So let's all just, whenever that question pops up, say, I will not try to figure out Samsung logic. I will not try to figure out Samsung logic. I mean, repeat that to yourself till it passes, and that's the best way to retain your sanity.
It's a mystery. Like the Bermuda Triangle. Is buying products from...
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Is buying products from AliExpress okay?
So here's a card to my video on imports. Check that out, and that is basically everything you need to know with regards to importing tech, at least in India.
Yeah, from any website.
Yeah, so it's just whether it's AliExpress or
Banggood, Gearbest.
No. I'm talking about something totally different. Whether it's AliExpress or eBay, it all boils down to the seller themselves. Unlike something like a Banggood or Gearbest, where it's one website, these are like just portals where different people list their products. So again, you need to go by seller ratings, and you've got to deal with customs and stuff, for which you check that video out.
Question for both. Hope Ash is back this time. Best earphones under 2K. Sennheiser 275S or Sony XP series or any other?
So now, before Sundar answers this question, I want to address the Hope me being back. So guys, as you know, Sundar has come on full time now. And as you know, last week, Sundar, when people asked why I wasn't here or something like that, Sundar said since Ash is busy. So basically, this is what it is. In his contract, he's got a clause saying he could kick me out of any Ash Answers he chooses. And he said if he's got to come back full time, and if he's got to do his first Ash Answers back as a full-time employee, he wants to do it by himself, and as in do it with Harris.
I never said that.
And he used his clause, so you can blame Sundar for that. I can't do anything. I was just sitting. So that's it. So that's Sundar. You can blame Sundar again. Hashtag blame Sundar. Or hashtag poor Ash works as well. I like that hashtag. I mean, I just said it once and people still keep giving me the, using the hashtag. I like it. Thank you guys.
He wasn't even here, guys, during the shoot last week.
Yeah, I didn't want to see all the... I mean, okay, let's say that's also part of your contract. He made me move out.
So, best earphones under 2K, I'd go with Sennheiser 275S. It's amazing. I haven't tried the XP series. I mean, tried it a lot, but initial impressions weren't that good. As good as the 275S. Or try the Smokin' Buds 2 from Skull Candy. That's amazing as well.
Earphone questions come up, I'm just sitting like this.
Because when the audio guys hear, why should I answer? Kind of reaction.
Sometimes you're the camera guy, sometimes you're the audio guy, sometimes you're the breaking guy. I don't know, whatever. Moving on.
India versus Pakistan. Win margin prediction. Let's see how great your instinct is.
You go. I don't care about
India
margins.
Wins. Yeah.
India wins.
As long as India wins.
Let it be one run, let it be like last ball of the last over, and we just sneak in. I don't care if it's bad umpiring. I don't care. India wins.
Okay, they either finish with 1 to 5 overs left, or by
50 runs plus,
or by less than 50 runs.
Over 50 runs.
Okay, let's see.
I don't think the match will go down to the wire. India are just much better at, India are the opposite of South Africa. South Africa choke every time it's knockouts. India just gets better. And of course, our bane has been Australia. Yeah. Okay, as long as we don't run into Australia in a knockout, I'm pretty happy. Our odds of winning go up, as far as in my head at least. Unless
on the other side, they just defeated England, a team that was in great form.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, see, if you look at last year, then what is that? World Cup, I guess. New Zealand hadn't lost a single match, and then they still lost to Australia. So, I know law of averages and all ICC tournaments, especially like even back in the 90s, when Pakistan definitely had the superior team, still India did better in ICC tournaments. So even when we had a worse team, and now we actually have a better team. So hopefully India wins today. India freaking wins today. And if you want India to win, give this video a thumbs up. But even if you don't give this video a thumbs up, hope India wins today.
Yeah. Rumored that LG will be manufacturing Pixel 2. What do you think? Will it affect Pixel sales? I don't think so. HTC has got a 2-year contract, right, to manufacture the Pixel.
Yeah, but this time they're coming up with multiple Pixels, right? So it's supposed to be 3 devices. They cancelled one. Okay. I don't know. Maybe LG could do one. I mean, if LG does it, it might actually be interesting, because traditionally every time LG and Google have worked together, the pricing has been sensible. Okay. Whether it's the 5X was actually a little on the
5X
more expensive side of things, but then the Pixel came and made everything look damn cheap. So I don't know if HTC had something to do with the pricing. No one does. It looks to be Google,
and no wonder if it does.
No wonder if they did have something to do with it. But I don't know. It might be interesting. LG has actually done quite well with the 5 and the 5X, though nobody seemed to like it. It was actually quite a good phone.
Yeah, quite good phone.
The problem was it had too little RAM for that price, but still, it was a good performer nonetheless. So it might be interesting if LG actually comes out. I mean, yeah.
Any plans to move to Final Cut Pro 10?
Actually, I've been very, 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 very interested, as in, not that I've been interested in Final Cut Pro, but it's just that Adobe has been pushing me out literally. So when I started paying, it was $2,700 a month, and I didn't even know it's a recurring bill on your card, right? So recently my credit card expired, and then I went to update the details, and then I saw they're billing me $3,500 now a month. $3,500 a month per PC. And then I think I asked him or Ranjit, I don't remember, and it was like $20,000 for FCP lifetime.
Yeah.
And I'm paying $3,500 per PC, and for what? A month.
Per PC.
Yeah, so let's say even FCP, I use it only for 2 years. That's 20 grand for 2 years, and here per PC, okay, that's also per PC. So let's forget that. I'm paying what? 42 grand a year. And 2 years back, I was paying 35. So they've hiked it. They've hiked it by what? 20% in 2 years. So they're just hiking it. And that also was excluding taxes. So I don't know how much they're charging me.
I'm not a student anymore.
No, right now, the 3,500 was excluding taxes. I just saw it on the website. I don't even remember how much they're billing me. I haven't seen the statement, but I'm sure they might even be billing me more. And here's the fun fact, for those who think Adobe gives you the entire suite, right? Here's the fun thing about it, right? If I just wanted to pick one, you get about 20 programs together for $3,500 a month. You pick just Premiere, it's still like 2,000 something.
2,500 something.
1,500, 2,500 something. That's per program. So you can't if I just want to use two, I'm still going to be paying more than 3,500. Yeah. Just Photoshop and Premiere, that's not an option. Though I don't use most of the stuff they offer. I could always take Audition out of the equation and switch back to Audacity. But then even then, we don't use After Effects a lot. So yeah, I could still work with Warp Stabilizer in Premiere, and it would be a little harder to shoot, but I can still live with that. I actually can't, because right from my intro, everything goes through After Effects. So I need After Effects, Premiere and Photoshop at least. And those three together, I can't buy it. It's just like Adobe just has such a monopoly on the market, and it's annoying. I'm not yet annoyed to the point I want to move to a Mac, but that was something 2 years back. If you had asked me, I'm like, nah, I don't want to get a Mac. I'll have to relearn the OS from the ground up, and I don't want to do that. But just looking at how much Adobe is charging us, it just drives me nuts.
Are you liking the new Twitter UI?
Why are you picking the same guy's questions over and over? I think you've picked like 8 questions.
No.
4, 5.
Harsh.
5 questions, 6 questions from one guy.
3.
How much did he pay you?
3.
6 questions.
No, that was the third one.
See?
This is 1.
1. 2.
2. 3.
3. Okay.
3.
How much did he pay you?
3. 3 into 20,000, 60,000 bucks.
60,000 bucks.
Yeah.
He paid software. But at least now he admitted he picked the questions, not software did it. So yeah, there you go.
Do you ever feel pressurized to give certain companies' products good reviews to retain access to their pre-released products? When have you ever seen us do that?
So guys, that's
we buy a lot of phones.
Yeah, so that's the reason why you don't see us covering the Z2 Play after we voiced our opinions about the X3 and Lenovo ripping people off. By the time that was happening, we did get the G5 Plus review unit, but now it seems like the PR have been told not to send us review units because we get no response on the Z2 Play. And brands can literally kill channels that way, right? Because they give early access to other YouTubers like a week back. I mean, if a phone goes on sale and that's when they're giving people access, it's fine. but then they give people 2-week access early, and then that's it, right? So 2 weeks later we cover, who cares? That is why I really want to focus a lot more on PC peripherals, so that we aren't dependent on just smartphones to maintain viewership on the channel, because at the end of the day, it is a business. So this is the annual plan that I am thinking in my head. This wasn't supposed to be public, but I just started talking about it. So let me actually tell you guys what's in my head. So relying on smartphone brands is getting really annoying, because these days you see brands doing it over and over again. You state your mind about a product, and then it's like, okay, we're not going to send you units, but we'll send it to everybody else. So literally killing your coverage of the product right there. So that is just infuriating, and there's no response from the brand either. Suddenly nobody wants to talk. So it's happened in the past with a brand that doesn't exist anymore. So, and another brand that's currently coming back from the dead. Again, not gonna name people, but then I'm pretty sure you guys can figure it out. And now the latest one, I just mentioned them by name. So that's the reason why I don't want the entire channel to continue to be focused on just smartphones, because then it's just, guys, you can't run a business that way. You just can't. I mean, I could buy the Z2 Play, the first one that's sold, and I could unbox it. And I'm not, again, here, let me reiterate, I'm not saying everybody who's covering those phones are being paid and whatever. No, it's not that way. It's just that, I don't know what, it's for us over here, the problem is that us voicing our opinions about the X3 and the lack of confirmed dates for the Z2 Play. Z2 Plus. Lenovo Z2 Plus. So if we are gonna unbox it 2 weeks after everybody's done their coverage, there's gonna be nothing. So that the whole point for me right now is just spread a little bit past unboxings and reviews. That's where you see us doing a lot more of news related videos these days. We will be bringing back more app and game related stuff, keep things interesting, probably come up with a couple of series that you guys might be interested in, and do a lot more PC stuff. So hopefully that means we don't have to rely on brands, and those brands who tell us, give us positive coverage, or we are not, or don't point us out on our negatives, or we are going to be pissed and not send you units, we could tell them to go F themselves, like we've been saying so far. But so far we are paying a price, and hopefully we wouldn't have to do it anymore, as in pay the price. So anyway, sorry about the long rant. Coming back again, I need to go back to this. See guys, end of the day, I'm really sorry to go into this a lot. That's my what. Okay, take it. See, this is what it is, right? If you're not passionate about your work, then there's no point in doing it, right? Yes, there is money involved. Yes, we do like getting paid, like every single one of you watching. If you say you don't like getting paid, then you're lying. So we do like that, but then we need to like what we do. We need to enjoy creating the content we do. And that means standing right by the people who are actually letting us do what we love for a living. And those guys are you. So end of the day, if we are not being honest to you, and if we are just trying to get early units for coverage, then what's the whole point of even having a channel? What's the point of reviewing it if it's not a review? It's just a recode of the specs on the advertising points from the brand. It just doesn't work that way, and I would rather shut the channel down than cave into the pressure. So that's where my entire spreading stuff out a little bit comes out. So if you see a series you don't like on the channel, understand why I'm trying to create stuff. Give us a little bit of room. Your support is what's important. We want to do right by you, and that's why we're doing this. End of rant.
Now that Sundar is working full time, will you give him phones to review?
I give him a phone to review. I give him a phone to review. He doesn't have a phone right now.
No, wait.
This is going public today.
No, I need to know something. I think you already read this question.
I didn't.
You laughed as if it was natural. It came out.
No. It's just, so he doesn't have a phone right now, and he refuses to buy a phone. So basically he got a J7 Prime to review, which he held on for like 6 months. And he still has it because he doesn't want to buy another phone. And now he's taken a OnePlus 3 from me. And he's like, I'm just taking it for my Japan and my world trip or whatever, just 1 week. And you guys know what happens when he says a week, right?
Yeah.
Budget we have
9 months, so I'm gonna have this for 8 more months. Is that okay?
Do you think I'm gonna give him another phone? And you guys should see the J7 Prime, the condition it was in.
Excellent. A little worse than that.
I've got nothing to say, guys. It was in that condition, as in he had put a case over it and tempered glass, but then you should look at the condition of the tempered glass. J7 Prime.
No.
J7 Prime, you had tempered glass on it.
No. Yeah, just the tempered glass. No case.
Okay,
just
tempered glass.
Yeah.
So there are like scratches all over. And the glass was totally broken.
Glass.
And the edges of the phone are scratched.
See, I can show you the phone right now.
Yeah, okay, that's Samsung build quality. Just like
No.
K series was.
It's not K series. It was actually something to do with the build.
Okay.
How could it happen to two K
Okay,
series
let's do this, right? He was sitting right over here, and he dropped the OnePlus 3 right in front of my eyes. Dropped just on the floor. Nothing happened.
I didn't like drop it. It was an accident.
How do you blame a brand's build quality after it?
Haven't you dropped the phone?
That you've used only for a week. You borrowed it for a week and you've dropped it. Okay, let's move on. It's getting too long. We have to do the Nokia 3 unboxing.
So
I have to do the Nokia 3 unboxing.
The answer is no. He's not gonna give me phones. At
Probably
least in the
not.
near future.
Near future, hell no.
Okay. I have some hope.
The long future, hell no.
Okay, we need to be done. Keep battery low.
Okay, move.
That's all. That's it.
So those are all the questions that Sundar picked for this episode of Ash Answers.
Sundar doesn't discriminate.
Sundar does discriminate. No. That's too huge a hashtag. Hashtag Sundar discriminates or hashtag poor Ash. We want your support and all that. So if you found this video too long and if you found it too ranty, go ahead, give this video a big huge thumbs down. But if you did like it, if you found it interesting, give it a thumbs up. And for more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. If you have already subscribed, don't do this. Hit that bell icon to make sure you get notified.
Because he's lazy.
He doesn't edit Jack. I edit Jack. It's all me. Each time a new video goes live here on C4ETech. This is my favorite part of the show.
Oh my god. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Sundar and Ash from C4ETech. Signing off.
No.
Signing off. We are signing off. We are.
No.
Are we gonna stay here for some
No.
time? The battery is running low.
I know.
Say it. Say what?
Say it.
Say my name.
Shut up. Say it.
Sundar and Ash from C4ETech. Leaving for the moment.
With the head check.
No.
Can I join
I've never done.
leaving for the moment?
Yeah. Come on. Kundal.
Okay. C4E family. Hashtag C4E family.
Okay, you can say the outro now.
Sundar,
Harris and Ash from C4ETech.
Leaving for the moment.
have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Vana.
Your favorite food?
What's yours?
Biryani.
Okay. So after a 2-year gap, I've started eating biryani again.
I mean, by biryani, we mean chicken biryani.
Chicken biryani,
There is no veg biryani.
Yeah, it doesn't exist to me either. So after a 2-year gap, I started eating chicken biryani again.
Your favorite food?
Question திருப்பி படிக்க சொல்ல.
இல்லனா அது நேச்சுரலா இருக்கும் நீங்க. So you go like, what about yours?
Okay, what about yours?
I'll ask the question again. Your favorite food?
What about yours?
Scripted doesn't work. At least on Ash Answers. Okay. Anyway, your favorite food?
I go, what about yours? Dude, I'm giving different intonations for it. You still keep laughing. Answer the damn question.
Biryani.
Okay.
By biryani, I mean chicken biryani.
Okay, you're actually going to do the entire thing again.
Okay, entire thing. Okay, mutton biryani.
So your favorite food changed in between. You know, guys, this question can't go into the proper part of Ash Answers. It's got to go into bloopers because of everything he did. So blame Sundar again. For me, it's been chili chicken and parota. Always. And it's got to be like hot, spicy, to the point where you sweat when you eat it.
And you cry.
And that's his forte. I left it at that.
Last 3 actions is no reply.
So, still,
This is perfect.
no. Give space. You can't like take your entire line.
I'm not.
Move past the line.
Okay.
This is the line, and you're
not
still
even
touching the line.
You're not even placing your hand on.
Yeah,
the
because I
table.
want some space between you and me. I don't want to sit like this. See, the stuff I've got to deal with. That's why I needed to take a break last week. He was back. I was like, oh my god, we go back to this now. I miss Harris. Do you miss Harris? He's right there.
Yeah.
He's laughing. Okay.